Hello everybody, welcome, as always, welcome. In this reading, I'm going to provide you for February the 2nd to the February of the 8th of 2025. This reading is going to provide you what's going to be happening in this reading that is very interesting of how it goes, and this is a very interesting way of how it seems to be. Knowing that this is going to be a very awesome reading, that it seems to be very interesting and how it is, right? So you need to understand the way it goes, where everything has to be all crystal clear and everything seems to be. So, this is the way of how you can understand it and the way of how you can provide it of how it is. So, in this reading, does make sense, and you have to know from the inside out situation of how it's going to be, and you have to think, okay, well, this is the way it kind of goes in that theory. So we're going to look at from the different angle and the way it goes, where I'm going to look at the way how it seems to be, and this is the way it kind of is, and this is the way it seems to be. So we have to understand the way it goes, and this is how it is. So here we go. So in this reading I'm going to provide you is that the Ace of Cups reversed, there is no new beginning in this situation. There's nothing, but the way of how this is providing you have to process of how it is, right? Because whenever you think that you're in denial, think about it. Think about how it was remaining, about how it is, and you think that, okay, well, this is the way it happens, right? So you have to think of whatever happens is the way it kind of looks, right? Because you have to think of what's happening, and you think about how you can do it, and you have to provide what you're looking for. So the way of how everything is, you have to provide of how you can do it and say, okay, well, I know what to do, and you have to think about what's happening, right? So you have to understand that the way it seems to be, you have to think of saying, okay, well, this is the way it happens, right? So you have to understand that this is just how it kind of is, and you think to yourself, you think about, oh, the way it happens and the way it goes, right? So you have to have the most efficiency of how it is. So let's see what's going on for this Ace of Cups. So 3 of Wands reversed, followed by the 10 of Cups is upright, followed by the 2 of Pentacles is upright. Yeah, because you're balancing two things at once. That's how it is. You could be dealing with another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You could be dealing with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But when the 3 of Wands reversed, there is no communication, whatsoever. When you have no communication, it's basically negativity. And you think, why I'm having negativity? Why I'm doing this, right? And let's face facts here. You need to understand the ability from how you can do it, and say, well, this is the way it goes, this is the way it happens. And you think that the way of how everything is, right? So you have to think that, okay, well, is this the master plan? Is this the way it goes, right? You have to provide what you're looking for. And it's based on that, how it is, right? When you have the way it goes, right? When you have a trilogy, how it is, right? So you have to understand that. So let me see, give me a 3-card reading with this 10 of Cups here. So you have the 6 of Pentacles is upright, followed the Fool reverse, followed by the Queen of Wands is upright. Yeah, so you could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The 6 of Pentacles is upright, where you could be acting like you're going to have kindness. You want things to happen your way, and think, well, this is the way it goes. This is the way it seems to be. When you think that you're on the right track of doing things, right, you have to think, okay, well, this is my moderation. This is the way it goes, where you think that, okay, everything's fine. But then what's the way it goes, where you have to think and say, okay, this is the way it happens. What's the 2 of Pentacles is? The Chariot is upright, followed by the Ace of Wands is upright, followed by the Hangman reverse. Yeah, see, there is no restrictions here. And when you have no restrictions, you have things that you need and what you want, and you think that, okay, well, everything's fine. But then what you need is you need about how it is, right? What's in the middle of this situation, please? You have 7 Pentacles is upright. So you could be looking for your career. You could deal with in a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So there are things they need to learn in order to do that, right? You have that ability from that right and wrong perspective, and you think, okay, well, hear me out. I need to do this. I need to have what happens, and you have that decency of knowing what to do. Because you have to face what you're looking for. You have to face about the abilities from the right and wrong perspective, where you need to do that, right? Because when you have no communication, it's like, what's the point? What's the use? What's the way of how it works, right? So you have to understand that the way it goes, you have to think, okay, well, this is the way it goes, right? So you have to understand that, because in theory, you have based on that criteria, and you think that, okay, well, this is the way it goes, where it's very interesting. So let's see what's happening with this 7 Pentacles. 4 of Cups reversed, the Empress reversed, followed with the Justice reversed. Yes, because you're not balancing two things, and basically you could be not telling the truth. So it's very interesting of how it was, because you have to think, okay, well, I got this. Now it's the four of Cups, the Empress, and the Justice. The World is upright, yeah, because everything is completed. That's the way it goes, right? What's the Chariot, the Ace of Wands, and the Hangman? The Tower reversed, followed by the Chariot reversed, followed by the Three of Swords is upright. Yeah, because you're going to have heartbreak, you could be having sadness, you have things to be going into that direction. You could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there are things they need to understand the way of how it goes, where you have to recuperate your own way of saying, okay, well, this is the way I need to conjust of how it is. What's also between the Tower and the Chariot? The Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups reversed, the High Priestess reversed, but the Ace of Pentacles is upright. Yeah, because you want to have a new beginning. You want things to happen in that way, and you think that, okay, well, this is the way of how I can do it, but you have to think that, well, this is the way it goes. This is the way it happens, where you know, majority is the key, and everything else has to be in that way, right? Because you think, okay, well, I need to have communication. I need to have the way of how I need to completion. Everything needs to be completed. That's the way it goes. That's the way it turns out. Because nowadays you think, okay, well, this is the way it goes, very okay, everything's fine. But then this is just how it is. This is not being the itty-gritty situation. It's not. But you need to understand the way how you can do it as long as it needs to, right? Because you think that, okay, well, this is fine. So here we go. The Knight of Pentacles reversed, followed by the Three of Pentacles is upright, followed by the King of Swords reversed, followed by the Sun is upright. Yeah, because you want to have positivity. So we deal with another Leo, as in the fire sign, that's what it is. The Three of Pentacles is upright because you want excitement, you want things to happen. You know, that's the way it goes. So we deal with another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So there are things they need to understand where you need to say, okay, well, this is the way it goes, because you need to figure out, well, what's happening in that surrounding, what's the way it goes, what's the way it happens, right? So nowadays you think, okay, well, this is like a back and forth situation, but it's not. You need to understand that the way it happens, because you have to think, okay, well, this is the way it goes where I can do it, but then it's like, well, what's the issue? What's the way of how it kind of provides? You know, it's the way of how you can do it. So it's like you have to think about the basically of how you can do it from the inside out situation. Then you have to think about, okay, well, it's based on that. So let's see what's happening. So let's see, you have the Hermes is upright, 9 of Wands is upright, 10 of Wands reversed, the Sun is upright. Yeah, because you could be dealing with a Leo situation, you could be having fear, you could be having solitude, maybe you're looking for a soulmate, maybe that's it. Because between when you have the positive and positivity, that does make sense, because you have that. What's also with this 10 of Wands, Page of Swords reversed, followed by the 8 of Cups reversed, followed by the 5 of Cups reversed, followed by the Ace of Cups is upright. So there is satisfaction here. You know, everything has to be all satisfied. What's opposite between this Hermit card? The Star is upright, there's inspiration. King of Wands is upright, there's passion. The Emperor reversed, there's no structure. The Six of Wands reversed, there's no celebration. The Queen of Cups is upright because there's empathy. So there are two sides of the story here. So it does make sense because you need to do that and you think, okay, well, this is the way it goes because I think that everything needs to be fine. But then what's the majority? What's the way it kind of works, you know? What's in the middle of this situation, please? The King of Pentacles is upright. So you could be a working person because that's the way it goes, where you think, okay, well, this is the way it happens. Because the way it seems to be, it needs to be how it is, right? Because this could be a 50-flop situation and you think, okay, well, this is the way it goes because this is the way it seems to be. So let's see what the universe is saying here. What's happening with this King of Pentacles here? The Two of Swords reversed because you know exactly which path you're going to take. The Fool reversed, there's no change. The Four of Cups reversed, there's no distraction. King of Wands is alright, there's passion, yeah. The Six of Pentacles reversed, there's no kindness. Death card reversed, there's no endings. Seven of Pentacles is upright, there's vision. Queen of Cups is upright, there's empathy. Yeah, see, there's empathy on this side. On the right side, there's empathy in the middle. The Four of Wands reversed, there's no celebration. Ten of Swords is upright, there's conclusion. The World reversed, there's something that was incompleted. The Knight of Pentacles is upright, there's trust. The Lovers reversed, there's no decisions. The King of Swords is upright, there's knowledge. Yep. Wheel of Fortune is upright, you're going to have good luck. The Three of Wands reversed, there's no communication. But the Hermit is upright, there's solitude. Yeah, because when you have no communication, what's the excuse, right? Because when you have that way, it's like, well, I'm not going to talk to you, you know? So you have to understand that. So let me see what the universe is saying here. So you have the Ace of Swords reversed, there's a misunderstanding here. For Swords target, there's cooperation. Eight of Swords reversed, there's no anxiety. Yeah, the Justice reversed, you're not telling the truth because you're lying about something. Magician upright, there's skill. The Two of Wands reversed, there's no planning. The Devil reversed, there's no obsession. The Five of Pentacles upright, there's insecurity. The Knight of Cups reversed, there's no romance. The Three of Pentacles reversed, there's no excitement. Five of Wands is upright, there's chaos. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Where you need to figure out that the way it happens, where you need that. You need that, the way it goes. So, you know, this is the way it seems to be. This is the way it goes. So you could deal with it in a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You could deal with it in a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could deal with it in a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could deal with it in a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So you could deal with any kind of 12 zodiac signs in this picture because that's the way it goes and that's the way it happens. So, you know, this is the way it seems to be because you need to do that. And the oracle card that I'm going to read you is denial is acknowledge my fear, but replace it with the insight of awareness. You know, so you need to understand that when you're in a denial, you have that way. You need to figure out what you're going to be going through because you need to figure out what's going on from the good karma to bad karma, whatever it is. When you stay positive, you need to know about what's going on through the out situation. You need to understand the way it goes, where you need to have that dignity, self-respect, the way it happens, the way how you can do things. That's the way it goes, right? And this is why it seems to be where, okay, well, this is the way it goes, where I can do it, as long as it needs to, you know. And this is why it needs to be. So when you have denial, and everything is all denial, it's not. But this is the way it goes. So, before I let you go, pay attention to what's happening in this reading. Pay attention to what's going on. Because, you know, you need to figure out the way it goes, where, okay, well, this is why it needs to be. This is the way it happens. This is the way it kind of goes. So you need to understand that, because when you have to understand that, you have to think about what's happening in that way and think, okay, well, this is the way it goes, but this is the way it seems to be, and you need to understand that. So this is the way it goes. But thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all, and remember that this is the way it happens, and this is the way it seems to be, and knowing that this is the way it goes. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye for now. Really. Bye.